We make over $34,685 per month selling digital products without Amazon or Etsy. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how. If you've seen our other channel, Molly Kaiser's, this is the kind of growth we're talking about here. You'll learn the step-by-step system that we use that's way more scalable, more profitable, and way less frustrating than these other marketplaces. Watch until the end because I'll make sure to share how to make this work even if you're starting from scratch. So when I say digital products, I'm talking about educational tools you create once and then continue to sell over and over again. No shipping, no inventory, and no having to deal with pesky returns. But not all digital products are created equal. The 4 that I recommend for building a scalable and sustainable online business are ebooks, workshops, courses, and memberships. Why? Because these formats allow you to share your knowledge in a way that actually helps people, and they're easier to deliver. So let's go ahead and break each one down. An ebook is a short tactical guide, usually under 30 pages, that teaches one specific thing to one specific person. So for example, instead of how to be healthy, you'd create an ebook like a 7-day sugar detox plan or meal prepping for shift workers. You see how those are way more specific than just how to be healthy? You want to keep these really tight and really focused to one specific person to solve one specific problem of theirs. You want somebody to look at this digital product and think, oh my gosh, this was made just for me. A workshop is a live or pre-recorded training that walks people all the way through a transformation. You can sell tickets to the live event in advance, then deliver it over Zoom or Google Meet and record it for future purposes. Future purposes meaning future sales. This is a great option if you don't want to spend months creating without validation. Courses are more in-depth and often structured into modules. This is great if you've already validated your idea and you want to go even deeper. Memberships are ongoing subscriptions where you do deliver consistent value like templates, calls, or trainings. They are so ideal for recurring income, but they do take more setup. If you're just getting started, I do recommend just picking one product to get started. You want to focus on just one because truly you do not need all 4. Choose the one that feels easiest and most natural to you, and then you go from there. So drop a comment down below with the digital product you are thinking of creating first, ebook, workshop, course, or membership. I'd love to hear what you're excited about, and I do read every comment. And if you want to learn our entire process for creating and selling digital products, along with copy scripts, Canva templates, and other done-for-you tools, be sure to check out our new training linked in the description below this video. So let's talk a little bit about why Amazon and Etsy are not the best places to sell digital products. This applies not just to Amazon, but also to Etsy-style marketplaces, where you're relying entirely on an algorithm to be seen. Etsy used to be the go-to platform for beginners, and for a long time, Amazon felt like the safer alternative. It felt easy. Just create a product, list it, and wait for buyers. But the reality in 2026 is unfortunately very different. Marketplaces like Amazon and Etsy are oversaturated, with thousands of similar products in almost every category you can think of. It's incredibly hard to stand out unless you want to compete on price, which usually means just racing to the bottom and doing yourself a huge disservice. And this is not just an Amazon and Etsy issue. You're not just creating with other small creators. You're up against mass-produced, AI-generated listings from overseas sellers that can crank out dozens of listings per day. On top of that, platforms like these charge listing fees, whether your product sells or not, and they've shifted heavily into a pay-to-play model. So that means unless you're paying for ads, often just to get visibility to your store, your listing can disappear in a sea of very, very similar ones. Plus, these platforms control the customer data. You do not own your email list or have any direct relationship with your buyers. That's huge. So if your store gets shut down or a customer flags your product, you're just simply out of luck. And that's literally all it is. Honestly, the lack of control is the biggest deal breaker here. You can create something amazing and valuable, and I'm sure we all do, but you're still playing by their rules. And the problem is those rules can and very often do change overnight. Instead, what I recommend is selling through your own platform. You do not need to be a tech wizard. Let me stop you right there. Don't get overwhelmed. Tools like System.io make it super simple to build landing pages, checkout pages, and even your email lists. When you sell independently, you keep more profit, own your customer relationships, and have full control over your business long term. Guys, that is the key. To build a scalable, profitable business, you need to think long term. And long term can't be a thing for you if somebody else, another third-party marketplace, controls your audience. Your audience needs to know you, needs to communicate with you. They need to feel like, hey, there's actually a person behind this product and not just a store behind this product. Those are the products that continue to sell. Those are also the products that people like to recommend to other people because they like, know, and trust the person that created it. People want to feel connected to the creator. Okay, now we need to talk about how you're going to build this audience, right? Most people think they need a massive following on places like Instagram and TikTok to sell digital products. But I'm here to tell you YouTube is a completely different game. Unlike short form content that disappears literally in 24 hours, a single YouTube video can continue to bring you views years down the line. And that also goes for subscribers. So if your videos are being seen years down the line, you have the potential to continue to create new customers for yourself for years. It's a long tail traffic source that continues to grow your audience and your business without you even actively posting. You cannot say the same for Instagram and TikTok. Short form content. So when you create videos around your niche, especially we're talking tutorials, how-tos, case studies, you start attracting the exact people who are searching for your product's topic. These viewers are already problem aware. They're ready to learn the solution to their problem. YouTube builds trust in a way that no other platform does. People hear your voice, they see your face, and get to know your style and your approach. That is so much harder to do on a 5, 10, 15-second video, right? Versus a 5, 10, or 15-minute video, people can really see you, understand you, like you. This is how you build the like, know, and trust factor in order to build and scale a digital product business. People have to like, know, and trust you in order to buy from you. Do not overthink your first few videos. Trust me on this. This is so big because it holds so many people back. You can use your phone, record in natural light, and keep it super simple. Seriously, people love simple. The key here is consistency. Even just one video per week compounds over time. As your channel grows, you'll be able to have the opportunity to monetize through AdSense and brand deals. But before that, you can use your videos to drive traffic to your digital product offers, all without relying on Etsy or Amazon. So here's one of the biggest mistakes I see almost all of new creators make. They get views, they get comments, they get subscribers, but they never move those people into an email list. Because think of it this way, social media platforms change very often. Algorithms change very often. But your email list is something that you own. You have control over. You have direct access to those people who have now shown you they like you, they know you, they trust you. And statistically, email converts 40 times better than social media alone. So as you can see, it's a win-win in all areas. You need an email list to build a profitable, scalable business. So the best way to do this is to offer a freebie, aka a valuable PDF, checklist, spreadsheet, or even guide that helps your audience solve a small specific problem. You mention it naturally in your videos, you link it in the description of the video, and you even pin it in the comments of the video. And that's going to go ahead and send people to a simple landing page where they can download it in exchange for their name and email. Trust me, again, don't get overwhelmed. You don't need crazy tech. System.io can help you set this up super easily. So then from there, you're creating a warm audience. These people have already shown you that they're interested in what you have to say. And once somebody is already on your email list, you can then continue to nurture that relationship over time, which again, guess what you can't do on Etsy and Amazon? You can send them tips, stories, and even say sneak peeks of your paid digital product that's to come. Unlike social media, email gives you that direct line of communication with a potential buyer. And guess what? It doesn't require you to go viral to see results. This is the part of building a scalable digital product business that is arguably the most important. Yes, you have to provide value. We know this in your videos, in your email list. But again, if you don't have this email list, you can't further nurture a relationship. And in order for somebody to buy a product from you, whether it's $27, $97, $297, people have to trust you in order to do that. You're not going to buy from somebody that you don't like, know, and trust. They already maybe like you, know you, and trust you a little bit from your YouTube video. Now they've got a free piece of value from you, the freebie. They like, know, and trust you a little bit more now. And then you're going to start to send them an email sequence with personal stories, right? Personal wins, transformations, maybe some case studies, even more value. And then guess what? That like, know, and trust factor is now way up here. So when you offer them something that is paid, they're like, yeah, no brainer. Now, if you want to discover the perfect profitable digital product for you, you can download our totally free profitable digital product discovery bot. So now this is where the magic really happens. Once you have them on your list is where the party starts. Instead of manually writing emails every week, you can create a short automated email sequence. And that's going to nurture new subscribers and introduce your digital product all in one. It's really a no-brainer here. So here is a super simple structure to get started. So email 1 is gonna go ahead and welcome them and deliver that freebie. Remember, they signed up with their name and email to receive this freebie, so that's the first email. Welcome them and give them what they signed up for. Email 2 is gonna go ahead and share a personal story or lesson in relation to your niche. Now remember, I said people love to hear personal stories and wins. This is where you want to go ahead and insert that so they can get to know you a little bit more. Email 3 is going to go ahead and offer a quick win or value or both. People love quick wins. We love quick. We love fast, and we love to learn. That's what email 3 is going to be. Email 4 is going to go ahead and introduce your digital product and who it is for. So you're going to say, hey, by the way, I've got this product and this is exactly who it's for. And hopefully they are exactly who it's for. And then email 5 shares testimonials or answers common objections. Now, either one of these is great. If you can do both, amazing. But testimonials, it's like the cherry on top. People love to see proof. People love to see, oh my gosh, there's somebody else before me who's gotten this, who's had help from this person and had a transformation, whose problem has been solved. Now, I'm even more willing, now that I know and trust this person even more, to pay them money. And answering common objections is getting ahead of their no before they say no to buying your product. So if they're like, yeah, well, I don't really think this is gonna work for me because X, Y, and Z, if you answer that in the email before they buy, you've converted them to a yes, right? If their question is gonna make them say no, but you answer that, now they're gonna say yes. Versus if you didn't answer those common objections, they're likely still going to be sitting there after email 5 with a question that is likely gonna lead them to saying no to purchase your product, right? So get ahead of the no and lead them to a yes. So this sequence that you've just created runs on autopilot, meaning every new subscriber goes through it without you lifting a finger. You just did it once and now it goes by itself. Over time, of course, you can add to this. I now have almost a year's worth of content scheduled out, but don't let that overwhelm you. You'll get to that point. Just simply start with 3 to 5 emails. Write like a human, speak like yourself, be yourself and be genuine. And always include clear call to actions like checking out your product or replying to your email. Tell them what to do next to keep engaged. So email automation is truly the secret sauce to consistent sales. You do it once, you don't have to think about it again. It takes some effort up front, but it takes the workload off of you on the back end because you're doing everything up front. You're not burning yourself out. Every new person that comes onto your list is being nurtured without you having to lift a finger. It truly allows you to take a cold viewer, warm them up through education and storytelling, and then guide them naturally towards becoming a customer of yours. And then again, best of all, once it's set up, it's mostly hands-off for you. And if you are somebody that is like, I don't like sales, I don't like feeling salesy, this sales funnel makes it so that it's not salesy and it doesn't feel icky. You're giving so much value and you're naturally adding in, hey, I also have this that's probably going to be helpful if you find this value helpful. I've already given you so much free value that it's a no-brainer to go ahead and buy this $27.97 product to get even more value. This system is simple, not always easy, but it is simple. And you can do this. Whether it's your first ebook or your 10th YouTube video, every single step you take builds momentum. Do not wait for perfect. Start now, start with what you have, and keep improving one piece at a time. This is not about going viral, it's about building something real for yourself. And if you want to learn our entire process for creating and selling digital products, along with copy scripts, Canva templates, and other done-for-you tools, be sure to check out our new free training linked in the description below this video. Now that you know how we make $34,685 per month selling digital products, you might be wanting to learn how to create an ebook in just 24 hours that actually sells. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts by watching this next video here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it is way more powerful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.